Good morning. Well, I know that I told you that I would come in and do a tutorial on how to make this gatefold card. Well, actually what happened was that I did a tutorial and the video was too large to upload, and it created a little bit of a problem. So I am, instead of making another one and going through all that again, I thought I would just kind of share basic instructions. And because it's really a very simple card to do. So this is a gatefold card. And basically this is a half sheet of cardstock. You're going to score right here at 2 1/8. And then flip it over and score again at 2 1/8. And then you're going to take your bone folder and burnish those edges really well. Now the cardstock that I've added here is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and I put 2 sheets. Well, actually I do four pieces of that. I did 2 that match here, and actually that one I only did the 2, but I've got another one. Hold on, let me show you. This one, which is basically the same card. This is the one I actually did the video on. I added some cardstock in here too. And then the sheet right here is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I just added one of the Stitch So Sweetly scalloped rectangles, the largest one here for that. And so for the, to actually make it a gatefold card, you'll want to add whatever you have here. If it's a circle, a rectangle, whatever item you have here, you'll want to put your dimensionals right just on this side at the top, and then on the bottom on this side, or vice versa. But you know, you want to keep this open and this open with, you know, adhesive free right there. I added 3 of the bees from the honeybee set. I just stamped those in Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I used my light Daffodil Delight and a little bit of light crushed curry in the edges just to add a little dimension. And I put just a tad bit of Wink of Stella on the wings, and I'm not really sure how well that even shows up, but it is there. And then this large bee that is just a die from the die set was cut with obviously basic black cardstock, and then I cut just a small piece of the Daffodil Delight cardstock to go behind it. Over to the right here is one of the dies, another one of the dies from the honeybee bundle, and I cut that out in basic black, and then I popped all of these little squares out. See, all these little squares out, and then I put some back in and just put just a little bit of Wink of Stella just to add a little bit of interest. On the inside I stamped the flower, and then I added a few more of those little blocks from the honeycomb and a little bit more Wink of Stella, and I just did a little bit of coloring with this with Daffodil Delight. So the sentiment right here, thinking of you with all my heart, came from another set. It is from, hold on one second, get this set here. It is from the Peaceful Moments stamp set. And it was just the right size to use for the second smallest rectangle on the Stitch So Sweetly dies. So I stamped it first with Versamark, heat embossed it in black, and then cut that out. And of course, again, just put the dimensionals just on the right side so that would close. So now I also wanted to show you just a couple that my friend Polly and I made last night. We get together and stamp on Friday night. Obviously, we can't get with large groups anymore. We used to stamp and scrapbook with a group of ladies on Friday nights, but just she and I get together. And I had some DSP that had retired that I was wanting to use up. So I paired that with some of the poppy dies and another stamp set. And this little strip right here is from the brand new Ornate Layers dies. And then I added that strip inside. And then I have this one. This Poppy DSP is just so beautiful. This one, I mean, honestly, what else do you really need? I have a Blackberry Bliss cardstock base. I had a layer of Poppy Parade cardstock and then a layer of the DSP. And so I just added a simple sentiment right here. Today blooms just for you. And this is from the Perennial Birthday stamp set and Birthday Cheers All Around. And then another one is, I use the same sentiment on this one. Today blooms just for you. And this is another Gatefold. So anyway, Polly and I really had a good time last night. And I hope that you are having some fun creating during this time where we really can't be out in large groups. And I hope you have a blessed day. Goodbye.